Recording in progress. So welcome back, everybody. I will admit that right now at this phase of my development, I've got a bit of a situation, a dilemma, a problem going on. Welcome to the club, right? Because I teach meditation, yoga, and mindfulness, just another bozo on the bus. And so a situation has come up. I'm not going to give details. It's really irrelevant. What's relevant is a situation has arisen, and I'm sort of in the snare of the fowler and the noisome pestilence, those beautiful biblical words that describe feeling like I'm caught physically in a situation and mentally stuck in something that won't give way. So not the first time, not the last time, but this one has it's larger than usual, kind of like earthquakes, those little ones every day you don't even feel. Then there are the kind that, destroy the lay of your land. Certainly not one of those, but, it's up there on the scale. And the reason the problem is persisting is I don't have an immediate solution to it. One thing I've learned over time is the first solution that I think of often is not the solution at all. It's typically what makes it worse. I call it pouring gasoline on the fire theory, strategy, and having learned that enough times just through experience, the way we all learn, and people far wiser than me who always counsel me, pause when agitated, allowing a very considerable period, days of just letting the problem be. I'm not immediately rushing into it and fixing it with a solution that's not going to work. I mean, some problems are so easy to solve. It's like, oh, it's a leaky faucet. It needs a new washer. And you know exactly what to do. It's in your spiritual toolkit, how to instantly solve a problem. And isn't this the way that it should be? We meet a problem, and through experience and through discipline and through learning and understanding, through insight and exploration, our toolkit gets larger and larger. But we have a spiritual toolkit as well. Well, we're supposed to, but it has to be engaged, exercised, and expanded. Imagine going to Home Depot, and not only did they have a physical toolkit section with everything in the world imaginable, but there was also a section called spiritual tools, and there was a tool for every nut, so to speak. And because we're all nuts sometimes, and we got to find the right tool to fit the situation. So I've been waiting. I've been just breathing, just feeling into it and waiting for the answer and not wanting to rush in and complicate. And the deepest prayer I have is just one of turning it over. God, I know this is happening for a reason. And a lot of people pray, just God, get me out of this pickle. And that's a perfectly good prayer. God, help me. We talked about it the other day. But I've been praying, God, love, source, universe. More important than this particular pickle is the predicament, the nature of it in and of itself, this thing that happens, this feeling that happens frequently in my life that seems to be a theme. What is it? What sort of spiritual tool can I gain, develop, access that will give me a more permanent solution, one that I can use as easily as one would install a new washer on a drippy faucet, so that it goes from being a big problem to a small problem, ultimately to no problem. And then, just one more battle we have won, one more ability that we have to resolve situations that come up. Then we get stronger, healthier, and when friends come over and look at our garage, they marvel at our spiritual toolkit. And God only knows what the answer is. I've been considering, a deep conversation, journaling, seeing an expert, going on a trip, doing some weird movement therapy. I'm just thinking about different things that I can do. But until one clicks and really feels intuitively correct, I'm just going to let it be. Sometimes patience in and of itself is exactly what it is that resolves the problem. It could be, in fact, that I don't even have a problem at all. My imagined dilemma with someone might just be my imagination. It could be completely a mirage that I built in my head. And if I try to do anything with it, I'll just make a problem where there wasn't one in the first place. Have you ever done that? I think we're all guilty of that. We make up problems in our head and then we try to use a tool on it that for a problem that isn't there in the first place. So I wanted to talk about our spiritual toolkit today. Maybe you'll get some insight or ideas. I believe the number one tool in my spiritual toolkit is prayer, followed very, very closely by pause when agitated. Just if the answer doesn't come immediately or the agitation is strong, pause, let it settle. There's no rush. There's no rush to fix it. There's no rush. And oftentimes the answer is not an external thing. It's just the cultivation of peace and soothing on the inside. And once that's established, the problem washes away of its own accord. Hope this helps. Go to Home Depot. Actually, go to the Home Depot and look in the spiritual toolkit aisle. Find something that you like and bring it on home. See ya.